Mhm. And so do you feel that the bar is much higher and the expectations are higher for a Black woman in positions?
I say for sure. Well, let me just put it like this. I had a colleague of mine who had a master's of fine arts. And in our field, you don't have to have a PhD in order to become a professor. And I was talking to her about the possibility of starting my PhD. And so this was like very early in my career. She was a white woman. And she said, well, you really don't have to get a PhD. You can just go and get your master's of fine arts. And I said to her, yeah, that sounds good for you. But I said, I know that that's not going to be good for me. And she was like, well, what do you mean? I said, as a Black woman, I can't get a master's of fine arts. And so for quite a while, I was the only professor that had a PhD that was a fashion design professor. Any other PhD that we had, they were retail marketing, fashion people. So I was the only one for quite a while in my department who had a PhD who was teaching design. Everybody else had a MFA. And yet and still, they said that I wasn't talented enough to be there, that I didn't deserve to be there, even though I had a PhD and they had an MFA.
Mhm.
So I knew that I had to have the best. I had to have the top because if I didn't, there's no way I would have ever been able to be recognized.
Right. So true.